Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Fred and Ginger. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Ginger's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Ginger's done a great job here at school and we know you're going to be very proud of her. She's sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first thing that we want to take a moment to introduce is the training equipment that we're using. We're using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and Fred keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand. The left hand is then free to give the correction, and the correction is a tug and let go on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Ginger is coming home to you with her very own special training collar, and Amanda will be demonstrating for you how to use that when she brings Ginger home. The first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash without pulling and tugging, and incorporated into the heel exercise is an automatic sit. So you will see that when Fred stops his feet, Ginger has been taught to sit automatically and wait for her next command. The command that you give is Ginger heel. And at that point, her job is to stay right with you. Walk nicely at your left like a lady, and each time that you stop your feet, whether it's to cross the street or talk to a neighbor, she should sit quietly at your left without being told and wait for her next command. And she's doing a great job of this, and we're doing it out front of the school so that there is added distraction of cars going by and the noises of the neighborhood. And she's doing a great job. Now the next exercise that Fred's going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. Fred's going to use the open flat of his palm about an inch or so from her muzzle and the one-word firm command to stay. The long sit stay when you're practicing at home is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes, and this is a good exercise to use to get her to develop her self-control and maturity. When Fred returns back to his dog, he will walk all the way around her, returning all the way back to heel position, and that's an added distraction for her, and she should remain seated until Fred returns to heel and she gets her next command. And they're going to run through the heel and the sit and the stay again for us. Now she started to get up on that sit when he returned to her, and I don't know if you could hear him, but he immediately said no, and she just went right back into the sit. He didn't have to do a lot. He just said no. So that's the other word that you're going to use in your obedience training. Now this time, instead of returning back to her, he's going to demonstrate the recall or the come on command. We do use her name, we use a happy voice, and she's going to come right in front and sit facing his knees, and he gives her a little pat for praise, and then she gets up and returns back to heel position. The command again is Ginger heel, because she's returning back to her original heel position. And Fred will leave her in another sit stay.
Ginger, come.
He calls her in, tells her she's a good girl on the way in. She comes right in front and sits beautifully, and then goes all the way back around to heel position, back sitting. Very nicely done. Now the next exercises that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your down commands, and these are really valuable commands to have in the vocabulary that you share with your dog. We have down from a heel position and down from a distance. Down from a heel position is exactly what it sounds like. It's down from exactly the heel position that we've been working in. Fred's going to use the open left hand straight down toward the ground on the one-word firm command to down. Then he gives her a stay command before he walks away, and the long down stay when you're practicing at home is for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. In this exercise, you should practice right in your living room. Use these commands in your everyday life with her, and it will make it much easier. You can practice this while you're eating dinner, watching a movie. This is your down from a heel position and your long down stay. When Fred returns back to her, he will walk all the way around her again for that added distraction, returning back to heel. She should remain lying down until he gives her another command. He will heel her up out of that. Excuse me, and we're going to demonstrate our down from a distance. leaves her in a sit stay. This time he's going to use his right hand to give the command. The only time that you're going to use your right hand is when you're giving a distance command. He's going to drop her into a down from 6 feet away. And that was beautifully executed on her part.
Ginger, come.
And then he calls her in to finish off the command. And she didn't sit right away, so I gave her that little tug that I was talking about, which is the first time he's really used that in the whole video. And back to heel. Now we've demonstrated for you all of Ginger's basic obedience commands. She's done a really, really good job here at school. We like her a lot. And we know that you're looking forward to getting her home, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.